Okay, so this is like a short part 2 to an Easter bloom. I'm giving this movie a 1 out of 10. If you didn't watch the first review, go ahead. So for the Hallmark channel, if you're watching this, I think it's an insult if you have people in the comments saying, thank you for taking notes from Great American Family. I want y'all to really think about this. I also think if you're going to touch faith-based movies, if you're not going to make it so that we can feel it, that I can feel that connection with the Lord, don't do it. So you can't do bland Hallmark writing when you're bringing God into things. That is my personal experience. I feel, or that's my personal thoughts, I should say, on it. I feel like there is a world where this can work. I think it was executed well in Miracle in Bethlehem. I laughed in that movie. There were some moments where I was tearing up, and I could see how faith, family, and love all came together, and forgiveness. This movie tried to throw in some forgiveness with Derek's mom and her old best friend and, Constance or whatever, and then they made up. I could not feel it. And baby, they don't call it Resurrection Sunday for nothing. Okay? Resurrection Sunday. It is a day, if you observe. If you don't observe, then I understand. But if you observe, it is a day where you should feel a little bit closer in your faith. And I know that y'all really thought y'all were doing something with an Easter bloom, but that title alone should have told you that y'all fell short. Okay? I have no idea what Pastor Derek was over there preaching. I have no idea. Because I was watching and saying there's a disconnect. And once again, the Dayspring movie with Nikki DeLoach that dealt with death and dying, I thought that was done well. There's another one I can't remember. And then I really liked A Miracle in Bethlehem. I thought that was the best Dayspring movie I've actually watched. I told Megan she should actually tune into it. It's still on my DVR. So don't come for me and saying, oh, it's because I don't believe in God. That I actually think, because I do believe in God, is exactly why this horse crap that is called an Easter bloom should be scrutinized. I think if you're talking about faith, you don't have to have every line be about God. And by the way, that's not old school Hallmark's recipe. Old school Hallmark's recipe is about family-friendly falling in love. It is that PG-13 love story. So y'all don't come for me that this is like what old Hallmark used to do. You would have some things here and there. And I would say if old Hallmark even touched faith, they executed it in a much better way than every other line, God, 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 with no feelings, no emotions. This movie didn't make me want to reach out and call somebody. I think I cried at the end of Miracle in Bethlehem, PA, honey. Wig was probably twisted to the side. I was all in my emotions. And I don't know what this was. But on Resurrection Sunday, y'all done got me twisted. Y'all done got me messed up because I did not feel like we went to that tomb and saw that he was not there anymore. Y'all did not connect me with how he rose today. Okay? Just as he said he would. Y'all did not connect me to any of that. What y'all did was play with my emotions. I'm also going to say the fact that you don't typically show Dayspring movies on the regular Hallmark, this was probably for Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and y'all was over here desperate. Hallmark, I think Megan described your movies so far in 2024 as lackluster. And I have to agree with you. I don't even know what's the last movie she even watched and tuned into. I think it was when we were in the Jane Austen series, and that was either hit or miss, and there were more misses than there were hits, in my opinion. I don't know what's going on over at Hallmark. I know the writer's strike done got y'all twisted, but I always thought that you guys had some gems in your vault. Some you've shown us and you don't play anymore, and some that you may have been saving for a different time. This wasn't it. And as a matter of fact, I haven't seen too many Easter movies that y'all have done that were really that great, because I'm thinking about that other one that I think y'all are playing today. And somebody over there needs to be fired. Dayspring needs to be fired. I have no problem with bringing faith into things. There are people like Megan that are super uncomfortable with that. But if you're going to bring the Jesus, if you're going to bring the Lord, if you're going to bring Buddha, Allah, whatever, into the storyline, you must make me feel it. feel it in my knees, in my bodies, in my mind, in my soul. You must make me connect, because why else would you show a faith-based movie? So I could feel nothing for 2 hours. Y'all made me cuss. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going, but I may be over there in purgatory after today. Y'all made me cuss. Y'all made me all the way cuss when I watched this mess. 1 out of 10 in Easter Bloom. If y'all watched it, let me know how you feel. Baby, it's Resurrection Sunday, and I did not want to have to go here and rip a movie apart. But if you're taking a risk, and these faith-based movies are a risk. I know some of y'all only think when they do diversity and inclusion in the LGBTQ XYZ community that that's the big risk. But baby, these faith-based movies are also a risk. And there were other Christians just like myself who were not feeling it. A lot of people loved it, but I saw a lot of, this is like GAF. Hallmark, is that where y'all want to be? Get your stuff together. All right, it's KJM. It's Resurrection Sunday, honey, and I'm going to try to get myself all the way together. If y'all saw this movie, let me know what you thought. 1 out of 10. I think it's like literally the lowest scoring. And it's because you guys took a risk and it did not pay off. It did not. I think there's a certain demographic of people who would follow this just because it said God, 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 and then it didn't have no black people, no brown people, no LGBTQ, whatever, from what I know. There's a certain, but is that really the message that y'all want to send in 2024? If you're going to bring the faith, then you need to even make an atheist be somewhat of a believer. That's how I feel about it. And that's how I feel about faith, you know? And by the way, for all the people who don't like the diversity and inclusion, especially when Hallmark incorporates gay couples, baby, if you read the scripture, Jesus was out there preaching to everybody. He didn't exclude anyone. So some of y'all Christians give the rest of us a really, really bad name. Y'all think you're high and mighty, but we are made in his image and likeness. We are not him. You are not God. So I just want to put that out there. I want to put that out there. Dayspring, somebody over at y'all thing need to get fired. Need to get fired. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like firing people either. They need to get fired because this was a mess. All right, I know y'all gonna eat me up in the comments. I'm gonna have to pray on it, but it's my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion. But I am saying that this movie did not speak to me. I didn't know whether I should be praying, planting flowers, arranging them, winning a competition, falling in love. I didn't know where to go with this. I was all over the place. And then watching the pastor make out towards the end, even if it is in the fields, I was all the way uncomfortable because I just didn't know where we were. Once again, Dayspring does have some movies that, in my opinion, executes this well. This and Easter Bloom was an Easter mess. I say give this back to the Easter Bunny or wherever it came back, but I don't want to ever watch this movie again. Once again, I love Amy T. Garden. Some people in the comments said they don't like her, and it's because she's in the movie that it fell flat. I don't think that's the issue, because baby, the first time I got introduced to her was with the movie My Christmas Family Tree, I think is what it was. Baby, her and Andrew Walker had a lot of chemistry, and that movie is still on my DVR, and that movie's from, I think, 2 years ago. Okay, Countdown to Christmas 2, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was Countdown to Christmas 2021, still on my DVR, okay? Still on Megan's DVR. Do you know how lucky that movie is that it's still on Megan's DVR, but it's just that good. So Amy, it's not you. Benjamin, it's not you. Hallmark and Dayspring, get your stuff together. Okay? All right. It's KJM. It's Resurrection Sunday. I have stepped out of character so many times during this review. I know some of you are going to highly disagree. I know I'm going to get some nasty messages, but all I could do is give you my opinion as a believer, as a Christian, as someone who loves the Lord, and I just thought this movie was insulting to faith, unless you're just into blind faith. I just thought the writing was terrible, and I think if you're going to write something for the Lord, you need to write it with passion, conviction. It needs to be more than just saying God, God, God every other line. I need more than that. But that's just me. All right, it's KJM. It's Resurrection Sunday, aka Happy Easter, everybody, and I am